Okay, right, welcome back to the Beetle. We've had a nightmare this week. We've spent about a week, I spent about a week trying to learn to weld, and I put a massive patch here, all the way across here. The MIG welder wasn't working very well. There was no CO2 coming out of it. It was getting very little penetration, apart from where I blew holes, so something's going wrong. And we had a lot of Frankenstein welding going on. So I've put a patch there, and then I've put another patch on top of it to cover the holes, and then even more patches. And today I've decided to cut the whole lot out and start all over again. So at that point the gas ran out, the wire ran out, the welder stopped working. So we've got it all working again now. So I spent about an hour and a half today trying to spend some time creating a new patch. And instead of lap welding, which is what we're doing here, and going over it, I thought we're trying to do a proper one. So if you look down here, this down here is pretty much a perfect fit. I'm going to put a couple of little tack welds here, here and here. I mean, just take it very, very slowly. Try not to rush it. Just a little bits of little spot welds, I think. I think on that, my mistake was trying to do longer welds, which is why it was such a mess. We've done some here, and this actually was okay. This is quite neat there. I thought wasn't bad, but this bit here was horrendous. It's going to need a couple of patches put in there anyway. So we're going to try and put a couple of little spot welds on here and see how this works, and then hopefully we've learned something and we'll move on from there. Right, so I'll show you more when it's done. Okay, so we've done it, and we've got this now. So I would say now, where are we? You can see they're not as flat as they should be. They're quite kind of bobbly. There are some flatter ones, but currently we're on the welder. We're on the maximum power. We've got maximum 1 and 2. We're on maximum 1 at the moment. We could maybe put it on maximum 2 and so we go with that. I just don't want to burn any holes through. But it has penetrated, because if we go around to the other side as well, down there, can you see that or not? Where are we? Can you see down there or not? I can't see what you're seeing. No, you're looking at my old hole from the other day. Down the bottom camera. Can you see down there? So we have, in fact, let's move this round a minute so we can get a better picture for you. Hi all, welcome back to the Beetle roadster project of mine. I've had to learn to weld since we last saw you, which has been a long process. Been through 3 rolls of MIG welding wire, 2 big bottles of gas, numerous patches, but I think finally getting the hang of it. So we've done quite a bit anyway now. So up to now, I'll show you what we've done now. We've actually done, I might show you this last time, we had a massive hole here and it just went on and on and on. So we've actually sorted that one out now. So that hole was done there. This piece here was rotten as well. So that's a new piece there, welded onto there. We took this piece here, see that bracket there, off the old one, and that one is spot welded through the holes you can see there. So that's going to go back onto there. Problem is though, I've only got one of these and the other side is missing one. So they're not exactly the same right and left, because they are kind of canted, because the body is twisted a little bit on both sides. So it's not just a straight bend. So what I had to do, I had to learn to fabricate one from the other side. First time for me, but I'll give it a go. So I'll try and give you some idea what we've done. So if you come around this side, so on the other side of the Beetle, I'll show what's going on here. Right, we just dropped the light and it's just smashed again. So on the other side, if you can see anything, let's have a look what we can see here. Not a right lot, so we'll get the bulb fixed and then go back to you in a minute. Okay, so Second bulb in, well, second bulb today, that one. Right, so this is the other side here. See what's going on here. So here's the hole down here. What I've done, I've got a bit of cardboard, hole in there, shove the screwdriver in there. So that's the base of the bracket down there. Now then, everyone thinks I'm mad for using seal boxes, but you need a bit of cardboard really. So what I've done is, I've just got myself a bit of cardboard and I've bent it so it fits. So this is the one which fitted on the rear. So this one kind of fitted something like this. So that one went like that. The other side, this one went like this. And if I had two hands, we'd show you the exact fitting like this. Okay, so that gives you in essence how the bracket worked. Alright, so all we did then was, we took that off there, we put all the cardboard together, opened it up, and drew round it. And then I got this. Okay, so that now, allegedly, that one should fold up like this. So, I'll give you some ideas now. So now you can see we have another bracket there now, albeit made of cardboard. So what we're going to do now is, we're going to open that one up, cut out some metal, and then hopefully weld it on again. So that's how I made the template. So it's not dead symmetrical, but there's an angle in the body, so it's not supposed to be. So that's how I got around that. A lot of you guys might think, oh yeah, it's easy, dead common sense, but it's new to me, so it's a bit of a learning curve. So that's what we've done. So we'll go away and cut that out, and if it works, we'll show you more. See you in a bit. Right, bit of a result. So we've done it, and we've ended up with this, which I thought looks alright really. Does the job. I've got to put a hole in the bottom there, but that is then going to fit on here like this. I've got to put a hole in here, mount it on there, and then some holes in here, spot weld it onto there, or we might put some welds up here, not too sure yet, but yeah, so the result. So bit of cardboard, vice, hammer, that's what you get. Okay, so with the cardboard now, we've got it offered up now, and we left just a little bit of an edge down there. Okay, we then transfer this cardboard template onto the piece, which goes like that. We then mark that all the way down there, take it off, so we now have this big line all the way here. So the intention is going to be now, somehow, find a way getting this on here, offer it up, maybe a tack welder, a screw or something, not too sure, and then we can angle grind through, cut should I say, cut through this line, and it should then give us a perfect line. That's the theory. We shall see. Hi guys, you're right there. So, moment of truth. What we've done now is, this is the piece we want to put in. So what I've done, I've put some spot welds here, here, and over here, and some more down here as well, just to hold this piece here in place. What I've then done is, the marking we've done down here, we've gone into that with the 1mm grinder. Bit scary, and hopefully, best way of holding this, by the way, I have found, is when you're actually doing it, you know, if you can get your hand kind of right underneath this thing, and you know, you can hold your blade like this and really go along and be quite meticulous with how you do it really. So yeah, obviously don't go into the sparks, go away from the sparks, that way you can see which way you're going to do your cut. So anyway, we've done it now, so now it's all chopped out here, all the way down here, perfectly straight line, across here, a little bit down there I couldn't get to, right on the corner here. Knock these spot welds off, pull it off, and let's see if this here is going to be an exact fit. So we shall see in a few minutes. Right, so took the piece off. Don't look any different really, but you can see just about down here, it has almost gone through there. At least it's marked it anyway. It's gone pretty much all the way down there, and down on the bottom you can see there's a line across here as well. As long as we just take this line through there now, it should be a perfect fit. Okay, so the panel isn't a bad fit at all. So what I did was I thought, right, we'll make sure that all the black paint which is on them anyway to stop them rusting, get from the factory, is off, otherwise you can't weld to it. So started taking the paint off here and on the other side as well. Okay, actually had a go using one of these, which fixes onto the 4.5mm angle grinder. Well, yeah, it kind of makes an easy job of it, but for God's sake, be careful. This thing is so dangerous. Spinning round, it's fine. It cuts off there, takes off the edge there, fine. But if on the back edge of it, it catches any edges at all, it just snaps the grinder out your hand. Also, forever, there's these little bits here are always flying out, always. For God's sake, put goggles on. If you don't, you've had it. So you've got to wear goggles for anything in the garage. Stick your goggles on. I'm a contact lens fitter. I know what difference it makes. Put your bloody goggles on. Right, so anyway, so I spent all my time doing this, took it off there, and then thought, idiot, it's the wrong panel, isn't it? That's the bit we're chucking away. That's the bit we should have done. So yeah, so in the end, we've done the same with this one here, but I've used the angle grinder on this one. It's just that bit easier. You can use the angle grinder one-handed, really, if you need to. Just take the edges off, and it's a bit safer. So with angle grinder, took all the metal off, around the edges down here. So just a bit of final fitting, jiggery pokering, and then I think we'll have to go and try and just hold it on a couple of tacks and just try and pull it flat. So more of that as we get there. So back to the Beetle. See you in a bit. Right, so this is the piece then. So we've got it in, lots of jiggery pokery and stuff, but it's there. As you can see, it's quite a nice fit along here. It's all quite nice down there. I don't want it to be an absolute butt finish right to the end, because I need about a I think I need about that much room. You can just see it there, about 1 millimetre I reckon, just to get a bit of welding there anyway. So I'll put a little tack in here. So you can see there, it's not a bad fit. They're all there across here, it's not too bad. So we've got a bit of jiggery pokery to do and stuff, but it's not bad. I put my weld in there, the first little spot weld, and if you look at it closely, you can see, can you see it on this or not? It's almost got a few little bubbles and things around it here. And I thought, hey, what's going on here? And yet again, I've run out of gas again. So that's it for today. Leave it for now. So get some more gas, and we can crack on. Okay, back to Land of Beetle again. What we've done, we've got the patch in, cut it in. It's not bad actually. So what we've got now is this. There you can see the patch down there. We've got some quite good spot welds and also some quite bad ones as well, but we've got a run of them there anyway. So just going to keep sticking the old welder in there, let it cool down, put another one in. I've got a butt weld if you want all the way across down here. I've let it overlap a little bit around here. It's coming under the arches, so I think I might get a bit more strength actually, leaving the old metal in there and bring it round on top there, and again down there if you can see that. Not if you can at the moment. So that's what we're up to now. So just going to keep carrying on, just putting more and more little tacks in, and eventually get the whole thing joined up. So that's the finished result now. Isn't a bad job. It's a little bit low down here, so we can put some filler in there. Again, I've got to grind down a bit more here yet. Got a titivate around this corner here. Again, welded round here, all the way down here. Got a bit of weld down there, and then weld it under here as well. And that's it. So, not bad for my first go. If I do say so myself. Right then, so it's on there now. We found a few little tiny holes in the weld, so I stuck a bit more metal in last night. So that's what we're up to now. So all this now is all basically lower, as far as I know, than the rest of the body now. So we might just do a little bit more grinding yet, I don't know. But it was getting late last night. I thought, oh, I'll just stick on some primer just for now, just stop it any surface rust and things like that. I'm going to grind down here as well, make a tidier job than what there is down there as well. But it's not bad. But it's also a bit low there anyway. Apparently, when you weld, it always shrinks a bit anyway, which is why it brings it down, so it's lower there. But a bit of a skimmer filler on there should be fine, because up at the top of the car here, there was loads of fill there anyway. So we can soon you can blend that in. That should be fine. So yeah, we're getting there. Took the doors off as well. I thought while we're at it as well, because the floor is all sound pretty much, I thought we'd paint the floor in some what's it called? In some high build aluminium bituminous paint, which is really good for anywhere which is exposed to salt water and things. Got off my dad's old work. These paint massive gas tanks in it that were stood out by the seaside all the time. So that should do no harm at all. So eventually we'll do the underneath of that as well, and then put under the ceiling as well. So the inside's looking quite tidy now. That's sorted there.